So, family is a huge part of adoption. And I think sometimes what gets left out, or like what we don't talk about in even adoption circles, is how extended family experiences adoption. I know my family was super supportive and loving and caring, but at the same time, we also had to kind of like educate them about adoption. And to their credit, they wanted to be, and they weren't necessarily ever offended when we tried to teach them correct terms, and they would say, what can we do? How can we help this move along? And there's even some people in our family very gung ho about trying to find us, a child. And it was great to be supported in that way. Sometimes it was a little hard because you're just, especially with our first one, like I'm just learning about adoption, and I also got to teach my family. I mean, that's crazy. What was how was your experience with your extended families like, and maybe even still like with adoption?
When I first told my parents, my mom immediately said, well, I hope you're going to have an open relationship. She has a really good friend who, her son had a child that was placed for adoption, and she isn't able to have any communication with them. And she's like, I can't imagine having that. So I hope that you will allow this girl and her parents to be grandparents still and still be involved in their life. And that meant a lot to me that my family was open to it. Everyone else, my in-laws, my brother-in-law especially, was like, well, are you doing open? Like, I've heard that some agencies don't allow open adoptions. Like, I hope you're going with one that has one, because that's the only way to go. Like, they were all about it. But I think it just depends on, I don't know. They were all really good. We invited them to a birth parent panel, and a few of my brother-in-law came, and he was like, what is this thing that I'm going to? Like, I know it's supposed to help me learn about adoption, but what is it? Like, and he had no idea. He was sitting there, and he's like, who are these people, and what am I supposed to be learning from them? And so we told him, and he's like, oh, like, he thought he was like, oh, that's a little bit weird. Like, but then once he heard their stories, he was like, this is great. Like, he said that was the most helpful thing to me, was to hear these girls and meet them and hear their experiences and make them real people.
I think in my family, they were all just so dang excited that we were going to try to get a kid another way that they were like, yay! I'm the oldest in my family, and so everybody kept saying, well, when are we going to get a niece and nephew? And I was like, I don't know, ask God. Obviously, we don't know how to do that. And Jared's family was the same way. They were just all so excited that we had direction, and that we kind of knew what we were going to do, and that there was a hope of having grandkids. They were all just super excited.
I think, our situation was a little bit unique because of the fact that we have the two biological boys. My brother has children. Nobody in our family had really gone through the adoption thing. And our parents were kind of in that generation still of open adoption. What is that? And just like what Josh said, like, it's our first time going through it. We're going through it. We don't know what we're doing. We kind of feel lost in this world, and we're still trying to figure it out. And so, not to say that they weren't always supportive of us, for sure. Like, they wanted to be there and help us and do whatever. I think our parents probably, especially mine, I think probably went in more with a hesitancy to protect us, and to protect me. And from some incidents along the way with, you'd get close to a birth mom and everybody get excited, and, and they'd see the hurt that was involved. And I think as a parent, they just want to step in and just say, yes, let's not do this, but for sure, they've experienced the blessing of an open adoption that we have now too, and I know that they couldn't imagine life any other way, but it's just what they knew, and so just kind of exposing them to that, and we all learn as we grow. So.